This person has lack of commitment issues. You're already seeing it. He's not committed. He's not willing to change. He's not willing to help. He's just complicating issues for me, and it saddens you. That is why this particular tip is meant for you.
Cool like that. It's all cool like that. Ladies and gentlemen, they call me.
Hello, you're welcome. If you're just watching for the very first time, you're very welcome. I appreciate your presence, and sincerely, I really do love you because it tells me you clicked this video for a reason. And then the topic, like it says, tips on how you can stay sane with a non-committed partner. Yes, that's all I'm going to be sharing with us today. So this topic is one that you would find very interesting. I encourage you to stay to the very end because the tips I'll be sharing are tips that I know will help you stay sane in your relationship. So the very first tip I'm sharing with us today is 1. You have to program your mind to the reality on ground. You're already married to this person. Take it or leave it. You wanted it or not, it has already happened. So you must embrace it, because when you live in denial, you are even hurting yourself the most. Wondering where is all this coming from, especially if you never saw any of these traits probably while dating the person. So please embrace it, because that is even the first step towards the change you're looking for. Embrace it wholeheartedly and accept your reality. Now with that, you go to the next step, which is never expect too much from this partner. You have already seen it. It's established that it's there. This person has lack of commitment issues. You're already seeing it. He's not committed. He's not willing to change. He's not willing to help. He's just complicating issues for me, and it saddens you. That is why this particular tip is meant for you. You should expect little or nothing from this person. That way, you are not hurt by the things you are not seeing them do, or you are not hurt by the negative things you see them do, because in your mind, that is your reality. And until the change you're looking for comes, you have decided to just be as sane as you can be. So that is why this tip number 2 should go hand in hand with embracing your reality, and then secondly, expect little or nothing from this partner who gives little commitment in your relationship or in your marriage. Another tip I'd like to share with you here is never compare your relationship, never compare your marriage with that of your friends, with that of your other family members. The more you're doing that, the more you are even affecting yourself psychologically. Were you both married together? Are you both from the same place? Even if yes, they are siblings of the same mother, and you're wondering, why is my sister, why is my brother having it all good in their marriage and I am not? And then you're imagining, what did I do wrong? The more you question yourself with all of those why, the more you are depressing, you are even causing more problems for yourself health-wise. Never compare. Remember what the first one says, embrace your reality. That's your reality. You probably didn't see it coming, but it has happened. Embrace it and be strong. And who else to help you come out of this better and life and stronger, if not yourself? So, of course, be confident and just know that whatever that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And the idea is for you to come out stronger and better. So never compare your relationship with that of your friends. If you feel your own is not as good or as rosy as theirs, just celebrate with them. Because one thing you should never find yourself doing is not to celebrate others because you're not having it as good as they are. You are even bringing more cost on yourself. Celebrate with them and rejoice with them. But never for once think of what you're also going through in your marriage or in your relationship. It doesn't help the situation on ground. So make sure that you follow this particular tip. Don't compare. You have no business in another person's relationship. Just mind your own until the change you're looking for comes. Now, another tip I'm going to be sharing with you here is occupy your mind, your thoughts with that partner's good traits. Every human being has a good side, no matter how devilish you think that person is. Every human being has a good side. It just depends on the scale at which you measure that person's good side. It could be 0, it could be -1, it could be 2, it could be 3. There is a good side. So what you would do for yourself is to constantly preoccupy your mind with that person's good traits, no matter how little or how irrelevant you might think they are. Now, those periods you do that is what will help suppress the anger or negativity you feel towards that person. So constantly, so if I were you, after this video, try and draft out what are the good traits of my partner. When you itemize them that way, it even helps you to constantly remember them, especially when you feel a certain type of way about this person, and you constantly remind yourself, okay, he might be bad here but he's good here, okay, he may have said it wrong here but he said it right here. So by the time you itemize it this way in your head, or you could even write it down, no problem. Write. It's even important you write. Writers are what? Leaders. So write. When you write, you can constantly even remember these things. So remember the good traits of this partner. He or she definitely has had good times with you. So remember them, dwell on them, and you can see how it will help you. Another trait I want to also be sharing here is that avoid complaining or even reporting your spouse to your family or friends. It's wrong. When I use the word complaining or reporting, you should know I'm talking about only mentioning the bad traits that person has done to you. So because the people you are complaining to will definitely want to take your side. The people you are complaining to will definitely want to buy into. Even when you are wrong, they will always want to see that you are right. You are their daughter, you are their friend. So your interest, especially if you're surrounded with the best quality, best quality of friends, or you have good family members, those ones will always want to take your side, either they feel you're wrong or not. That is their duty. They are your family. Now, coming to table your husband or your girlfriend's issues to them, especially when they have done wrong, will only compound it. And another thing that thing does is you make your partner lose respect for your family at long run, because the only thing they constantly even hear from you is the complaint. You are always complaining. It is not your fault. It is what you are faced with, unfortunately. But let me tell you the truth. Reporting or complaining about your spouse to your family member doesn't help your issues, because there are moments where you not even feel relieved and two of you are not happy. But do you know what still happens in the mind of those you have reported him or her to? They still probably, anytime they come visiting, see him, he fight for nothing. After now, he'll go and beat his wife. See him, look at how she is. After now, she'll go and be answering phone call from men. See him. So those, and you know the thing with the mind, he never forgets. Especially when somebody has done something to trigger those memories. So find a way to never complain about your spouse, your partner, to your family or friends. There's a reason why you shouldn't do that. Try. It's difficult, especially for people who don't probably have friends, and the only persons you have are your family. And of course, when you're in your bad time, you also go to them. When you're in your good time, you go to them. But by all means, just try. Even if I thought you must complain, don't say it's bad the way it is. Try and still cover this person small, at least if not for anything, to still maintain that dignity or respect they have for that person. Now, another tip I want to share with you here is patience. When the Bible told you that patience is a virtue that everyone should have, it was definitely right about it. You must be patient. You're looking for what? A change. What is change? The only constant thing. It will come. Especially if you know that this person you're with was probably not like this before. What is happening? A lot of us have asked that question. I won't even deny that I am going through, or I went through, some of what I'm sharing with you today. But one of the things I know that has pulled me through, and I have stayed this long in marriage, is patience. The journey of 1,000 miles, they say, begins with what? A step. So you must be very patient. You must be very, very patient. Give that person that liberty. Give that person that chance to change. Don't be in a hurry to expect change from somebody who has already programmed themselves or fixed themselves in how they are. So be very patient and be tolerant. Just make sure you give that person room for change. Because no human being is ever perfect. And it might even interest you to know that something may have led to that person being the way they are. Like I said earlier, especially if that person was not that way before, something may have led to that person changing. It could be your approach towards the person. It could be how you analyze the person. It could be how you even you badmouth the person. It could be how you assess the person. Something has changed, and the person is like, okay, let me change now. And you probably did those things unconsciously, but to the person, they have also changed. They've now programmed their own defense mechanism. And if you come to me with this attitude, I will come to you with this attitude. And two wrongs never make a right. So you have to be patient if you're expecting a certain type of change from this particular person. Another tip I also want to share here with you is preoccupy your mind with happy thoughts. Preoccupy your mind with happy friends, with happy things. By all means, find what makes you happy. Because I've noticed that the happier you are, the less worrisome. The happier you are, the less angry. The happier you are, the less you even think about things that are irrelevant. So by all means, find things and people that make you happy. When you surround yourself with happy thoughts, you even think less of, you'll be wondering, are there still bad parts about this person? Really, what was even that thing that made this person not to be committed as I thought? So by all means, just be happy. If it is books that make you happy, read books. If it is friends, surround yourself with such friends. Good friends, so very good friends. So don't go and end up with the ones that will just turn you to, if maybe before you were below Mami Water, they now place you in Mami Water standard. I beg in the name of God, make sure you surround yourself with very, very, very good friends. Like I said, don't expect too much. Like I said, be happy, avoid discussing it. And then another tip I'm going to share is learn to communicate your feelings. Learn to communicate your thoughts, the issues you have with this person, your annoyance. Learn to communicate them in love. Anybody who wants to nag a partner who has already programmed themselves to give you a tough time, you want to nag that person, you are compounding your issue. There's no need for that. It is difficult to me that I'm talking to you here. I'm still practicing it, but I'm saying to you, these are the things that I practice and it's helping me, and that's why I'm sharing these tips with you. So learn to find a time. It doesn't have to be that particular period when the issue, when the whole atmosphere is boiling. Find a time to communicate your feelings. Honey, hey sweetheart, what you just did in the morning, what you did earlier, was it good? You could even start that way. Ask the person that question. And if you're dealing with a typical Nigerian man who will always feel like they have not done wrong, just know that the answer you might get might be, what was wrong about it? But you just have to be patient with the person. By all means, just find a way to get to their calmer or softer part, and then you communicate what it is you feel they've done wrong to you in love. And believe you me, they may not act like they've listened or they've heard, but they did hear you. And then you will notice that in their next reaction, in probably that same case, you will see the way they reacted, and that should tell you that they actually listened to you. Now, one of the last tips I'm going to be dropping with you today is you have to be prayerful. I am one person who believes that there are spiritual forces here in this earth. Sincerely, I'm not saying this to scare anybody, but I also know that there is a God who suppresses whatever spiritual forces that there is. Because things that probably were not how it was, and then all of a sudden you're seeing the way it changes. So that is one of the reasons why you must be prayerful. The devil himself does not like when people are happy. You are going to, of course, scatter his reason for existence. His only aim here is to kill, destroy, make you unhappy, spoil your fun and all that. So you make him go out of job by the time you know all of these solutions to this problem. So by all means, communicate your thoughts, your feelings, your worries, your concerns to the one who makes all things right, which is God. There is nothing that I have handed over to God that He has not done for me. And I know handing over a non-committed partner to God, He will definitely make him or her committed again. So I hope these few tips, if you mean to watch this video over again, or just jot down points of a few things that I've said, those are things that I practice. Like I said, in this journey of ours are basically things, my life experiences, the things that I know I do, the things I know I believe in. So we grow together, and then so these are basically tips that I said I was going to share, that I'm going to share with you today on how to stay sane with a non-committed partner. I hope I have been able to change the heart of someone watching me today. If probably you had a different approach to an issue that I arose earlier, I hope this video meets you well, and then you adopt some of these tips that I've shared with you, because I know you will find the solution you look for, but not in a negative approach. You have to really be soft about it. Crave your indulgence, and I request that you support me in this movement with a like, and then you subscribe to the video so that we'll grow together, and as we grow, our lives will change for good. Love you, and I look forward to dropping more videos. So if you have not clicked on the notification bell, please do that. That way you'll be notified when I drop other new videos. Till I come your way again next time, stay ever blessed, and please share your comments with me in the comment section so that I will know how these tips have helped you as it has helped me. Alright, thank you very much, and stay blessed. Bye.